Hello, my friends. Happy New Year. In the last episode, we talked about the devices already sitting in your home. Quiet, familiar, trusted. But tonight, we go one layer deeper. Because this story isn't just about what those devices can do. It's about who learned how to break them first. And what happens when tools built in secrecy don't stay secret. This is Vault 7.
Vault 7 is the name given to a series of documents published by the whistleblowing organization WikiLeaks in March 2017. It is one of the largest and most significant leaks of classified intelligence materials in history, focusing on the cyber warfare capabilities of CIA. In the last episode, we talked about how smart TVs quietly became surveillance devices. Because today isn't about one product or one company. Today is about power. Who holds it? Who uses it? And what happens when that power slips out of control? As you watch this vault corridor slowly open, notice how nothing inside looks rushed. That's intentional, because the system we're about to talk about was built slowly, deliberately, and with confidence it would never be exposed. In this episode, we're going inside one of the most important leaks in modern digital history, a leak that didn't just reveal spying, it revealed assumptions. This is Vault 7. Vault 7 was not a single document. It wasn't one dramatic revelation. It was a massive collection of internal materials describing hacking tools used by the CIA. Thousands of files, written over years, used by real operators, against real devices, phones, computers, routers, and smart devices already sitting inside people's homes. As you look at these folders stacking endlessly, understand this: these were not theories. They were instructions, manuals explaining exactly how to break in, step by step. No debate, no warnings, just procedures. It's important not to misunderstand what Vault 7 was. This wasn't Hollywood. It wasn't speculative research. These documents were written the way engineers write for other engineers. Dry language, precise steps, clear assumptions. As you see these diagrams, notice how ordinary they look. That's the unsettling part, because it means these capabilities were routine. They weren't exceptional. They were part of normal operations. And when something becomes routine, it stops being questioned. Let that sink in. Why target consumer devices at all? Because they live where people are most relaxed. Living rooms, bedrooms, private spaces. Smart TVs were especially attractive. They stay plugged in. They stay powered. They have microphones. And most people never think of them as computers. As this floor plan appears, notice where the TV sits, center stage, always present. That assumption that a TV is harmless was the vulnerability. One idea appears again and again in Vault 7. Off doesn't always mean off. A screen can go dark, lights can disappear, but internally, a system can remain active. Still running, still listening, still waiting. As you watch this black screen linger, notice how nothing seems to happen. That's the point. The device doesn't need to alert you. It only needs your trust. The CIA tool designed for Samsung smart TVs was called Weeping Angel. It sounds harmless, almost playful, right? But the function was anything but place the TV into a fake standby mode. To you, the TV looked completely off. No image, no sound. But internally, the microphone stayed active. As the seconds pass with the screen still dark, understand this clearly. The TV didn't stop listening. It just stopped telling you. Once active, the TV could capture audio from the room. Conversations, background noise, moments never meant to leave the home. These recordings could be stored locally. Waiting. As you watch the sound waves freeze into files, notice how patient the system is. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is obvious. It's like leaving a recorder running in a room you thought was private. Let that image stay with you. To be precise, these tools weren't used for mass surveillance. They required physical access, specific targets, specific operations. But don't rush past this. The danger was never scale. The danger was precedent, because once a capability exists, it doesn't stay contained. It can be reused, repurposed, or stolen. As this technician moves slowly, remember, existence alone changes everything. The real risk was never the CIA alone. It was the exploit itself, because exploits don't disappear. They age, they leak, they spread. As you watch this digital lock form, understand the pattern, build a digital weapon, and eventually, control weakens. History has shown this again and again. Let that repetition sink in. In 2017, Vault 7 leaked. And with that leak, the assumption of control collapsed. Tools designed to stay secret entered the world. Not all at once. Not cleanly, but enough to matter. As these files spill outward, notice there's no way to pull them back. That's how leaks work. Once out, they stay out. When exploits leak, they don't just sit online. They get studied, reverse-engineered, improved. As the code duplicates on screen, understand what you're seeing. This is learning. This is adaptation, and people with far fewer constraints now have access to ideas built for intelligence operations. This is how the line blurs between intelligence work and cybercrime, between national security and extortion. The same weaknesses, used for very different goals. As the imagery darkens, remember who gets caught in the middle. Not governments, not corporations. It's you and me, the ordinary people. Most consumers never hear about any of this. No alerts, no recalls, no clear explanations. As these privacy policies scroll endlessly, notice how unreadable they are. Because admitting the problem would raise uncomfortable questions. About design, about responsibility, and about who accepted risk on your behalf. This isn't a scam in the traditional sense. It's institutional failure, power exercised without long-term accountability, systems built on secrecy. As the digital shield cracks slowly, understand this wasn't malicious chaos. It was confidence without consequences. Imagine building a master key to every lock in the city, promising you'll guard it forever, then losing it. As the key fractures on screen, let the metaphor land. This isn't about intent. It's about irreversible loss of control. Once the key is gone, every lock is questionable. Some vulnerabilities can't be patched away. They live in hardware, in assumptions made years earlier. As these circuit boards appear labeled legacy, notice how old decisions linger. Updates help, but they don't erase history. Design choices echo forward. Once trust breaks at this level, it doesn't reset easily. Because the question isn't just what was revealed, it's what wasn't. As the reflection fractures, understand the unease comes from uncertainty. What else exists? Who still holds it? Those questions don't have neat answers. Smart TVs were only one category. Phones, cars, routers. Anything connected became a potential target. As the map fills with devices, notice how fast convenience spread, faster than protection, faster than oversight. This doesn't mean you're being watched right now. It means the system you were told to trust was never designed for transparency. As devices are unplugged one by one, understand the shift. Awareness changes behavior, even without fear. In Episode 3, we shift focus. From leaks to design, from intelligence agencies to corporations, and to the illusion of choice presented every day. As this maze lingers, remember this feeling. This wasn't accidental, it was designed.